Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Megan's World News Channel podcast. I am your host, Special K Thoughts, aka Special K, better known in the world of Twitter. If you do not know by now, Megan's World is a pro Meghan Markle News Channel podcast. We are supporters, fans, and stans of Meghan Markle and Prince Harry too. If you have a problem with that, well, bless your backs. And don't come back. Please don't come back and try to argue with me about how much you hate Meghan Markle. Okay? Now, please hit the subscribe button when it appears in the right-hand corner. All right, let's see. What is going on in the world of Meghan Markle? A lot, as usual. Let's start off by talking about the global prince, our ginger avenger, Mr. Prince Harry, who made a surprise appearance at the British GQ Men's Awards via Zoom wearing a dapper tuxedo. Yes, he was actually in a tuxedo looking like a dapper Dawn, surrounded by beautiful white roses. I'm telling you, Prince Harry really looks happy and calm to me. I mean, I just really sense tranquility and calmness around him. At the GQ Men of the Year Awards, which was held in London, England, Prince Harry presented Heroes of the Year Award, which was the last award of the night, to the team behind one of the key COVID-19 vaccines. Prince Harry honored Professor Dame Sarah Gilbert, Dr. Catherine Green, and the entire team of the dedicated Oxford scientists who helped develop the Oxford AstraZeneca vaccine. During Prince Harry's speech, he highlighted the huge disparities in vaccine access between healthy and developing countries. Prince Harry stated, and I quote, "We cannot move forward together unless we address the imbalance as one." Prince Harry also called out the media regarding families being overwhelmed by the mass scale misinformation across news media and social media outlets. Now, some media outlets, mainly the British media, got their panties all in a fluster about that statement. I mean, they really took it personally. They really thought Prince Harry was directly talking to their sensitive, stiff upper lip asses. Honestly, I didn't see any American media news outlets having a temper tantrum about what Prince Harry said about misinformation from the media. Then again, I don't watch Fox News either. But I wouldn't be surprised if Tuckums was spazzing out over what Prince Harry said. I wouldn't be surprised. Poor Tuckums. It's really interesting how British haters of Prince Harry and Meghan always accuse them of lecturing them and preaching to them. I really don't understand this logic. Help me understand. Please help me understand. Okay? I don't understand the bitching and the whining. If you are a grown ass adult, nobody, and I mean nobody, can lecture you or tell you what to do unless you let them. It's like my grandmother used to always say, child, child, baby girl, only answer to what you are. Now, did you hear the outstanding introduction and applause Prince Harry received? Did you hear that? I mean, it was outstanding. The presenter stated, and I quote, "A friend to GQ. We love him. Yes, we miss him. Please welcome live from California, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex." Let me repeat that one more time. The presenter who introduced Prince Harry said, and I quote, "A friend to GQ. We love him, and yes, we miss him. Please welcome live from California, Prince Harry, the Duke of Sussex." Then there was a loud applause. I loved it. I mean, I absolutely loved it. And guess who was sitting in the audience, witnessing in real time all of the positive love Prince Harry was getting? Guess who it was? Guess who it was? Yes, yes, yes. It was that loud mouth, two chin, four stomach fool, Mr. Piggy Morgan. Yes, yes, yes. I mean, he was in the audience. He saw in real time in London, England, of all places, Prince Harry getting all of this British love. Whoo, child. You know, I wonder if anybody has a video of Mr. Piggy Morgan standing up and leaving his table, saying that he's out. All right, I'm done. Walking off. Oh, man. Well, ask and you shall receive. News just hit that Piggy Morgan may have left in a huff when he saw Prince Harry come on the screen at the British GQ Awards ceremony. Now, according to one of them British trash ass tabloids, Piggy Morgan got up and left when he heard, quote unquote, Prince Harry lecturing the audience about misinformation and peddling lies. Piggy claims he chuckled, left, pulled out his phone to check all of the news stories about his quote unquote victory splashed all over the front pages. Now, to me, that is a testament to how utterly immature of a man child this asswipe is. I mean, like, really, dude? So, while this loudmouth fool is looking for news about himself, he is walking, not paying attention to where the hell he is going, and he ends up walking straight into a glass window, almost giving himself a concussion. I mean, he actually ended up with a cut over his eye. Okay, Special K. Girl, you gotta get it together. Man, karma comes quick, doesn't it? I mean, whew, not sure if I believe this whole story. I mean, Piggy, he was there with his vulgar wife. So, like, did he just get up and leave her in the dust because he was so mad? I mean, really? Or perhaps his wife stayed to drool all over Prince Harry. Who knows? Hopefully, someone releases the video because there are cameras everywhere. Apparently, there were security guards that saw what happened and they were worried about this dumbass. Okay? So, hopefully, one of the security guards is interviewed. Anyway, enough about that asshole. Okay, now we're going to talk about another asshole. Prince Harry's daddy, Prince Charles. Now, there is some pretty interesting, dodgy, extraordinary stuff coming from Shutter Island about the future king. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Now, The Guardian had released a story alleging middlemen for the Prince's Foundation was setting up individuals to have dinner with Prince Charles and an overnight stay in one of his mansions in Scotland. Price tag $100,000. Wow. Now listen to me carefully. An email was said to reveal that fixers could take up to 25% of the fees, which were intended for the Royal Charity Ventures, according to the MOS. Woo! Michael Parker, a British businessman, was named as the sender of the email, which sets out what donors could receive. Now, 5% of the fees would go to Mr. Parker, while 20% would go to the middleman. Woo! Now, a spokesperson for the Princess Foundation said, the Princess Foundation takes all the allegations very seriously, and they claim they were not aware of any financial gain by any individuals. And they also claim that they have never paid these people and that this behavior is not representative of the foundation. This investigation will be headed by Douglas Connell, the chair of the Princess Foundation, and Dame Susan Bruce, the chair of its ethics committee. So basically, the Princess Foundation is investigating itself. Alrighty then. Read this article in The Guardian. The author is Ben Quinn, and the title is Prince of Wales Charity Launches Inquiry into Cash for Access Claims. Now, the second part of this investigation has to do with cash for honors regarding the Princess Foundation. Stay with me. There are two things going on regarding this investigation into Princess Foundation: cash for access to Prince Charles and cash for honors. So, continuing with the corrupt Princess Foundation story, news broke out that former aide to Prince Charles has stepped down temporarily from his role as charity boss while another investigation into allegations takes place regarding cash for honors. Michael Fawcett temporarily vacated his post amid claims that he arranged for a Saudi prince, well, actually a Saudi tycoon, to receive an honor of CBE after this Saudi tycoon donated over $1.5 million to Prince Charles's foundation to help finance many of Prince Charles's projects. Prince Charles gave the Saudi tycoon the honor himself in a private ceremony after a series of secret meetings in 2016. Now, according to the Sunday Times, this Saudi tycoon, and I dare not try to say his name because I will just jack it up, paid thousands of pounds to fixers with links to the prince who had told him they could secure the honor. It's reported that there is some letter in which Fawcett states that the charity would be happy and willing to use its influence to help this Saudi tycoon obtain the CBE honor. Now, this Fawcett character, Michael Fawcett, he has a shady history. First of all, he started working with the palace when he was only 17 years old. And boy, he has climbed the ranks. He has gone from being a valet to being an executive of the Princess Foundation, and he's basically Prince Charles's right-hand man. Now, here is where the shady shit comes in. Now, back in 2001, Elizabeth Burgess, Prince Charles's part-time secretary, who was black, accused Michael Fawcett of calling her, now excuse my language, a fucking nigger typist. Now, this is the same guy that Prince Charles wanted to help arrange Harry and Meghan's wedding. Well, Harry shut that shit down real quick and was like, no, sir. No, sir. No. Your side right hand man is not going to help me and my biracial black American wife plan our wedding. No, sir. Now, that story was actually written in one of those trash bag British tabloids. I don't know which one, but that was actually an article. So that could be true and it might not be true, but for some reason I have a feeling it is true. Man, I can only imagine the names that Michael Fawcett called Meghan Markle behind her back. I hope and I pray that somebody's got a video or some type of recording of him calling her names and they release it while this investigation is going on. I mean, that would be sweet. Now, back in 2003, Michael was accused of financial misconduct regarding selling unwanted royal gifts. Now, that's interesting. No, the interesting part that I'm talking about is the unwanted royal gifts. Like like what type of gifts would the royal family not want? I mean, like what like first of all, like what would you give the royal family? Okay? Like what would you give Queen Elizabeth as a present? I mean, that would be hard. Like what would you give Prince Charles as a present? Not unless you know them like on a very personal level. But it's like, okay, so you give Queen Elizabeth or Prince Charles or Mumbalina or Wills a present and they didn't want it. So they sell unwanted gifts. Now, ain't that some bullshit? Like that's really jacked up. But anyway, like what seriously, what would you give Prince Charles as a gift? You know what I would give Prince Charles as a gift? Honestly, I would give Prince Charles a can of air freshener. I would. I would give him a can of air freshener because right now his shit stinks. I mean, he got all this stuff going on with the Princess Foundation, so he needs a can of air freshener. All right. Now, Mumbelina, like, what would I give Mumbelina as a gift? Oh, let's see. I probably would give her a vibrator. Yeah, why not? I think she could use a vibrator. Don't you? I would give Mamalina a vibrator and I would give her $100 gift certificate to Burger King. I would. No, I'm not trying to be funny. I would because Mamalina looks like she could use a couple of hamburgers. Okay? She looks like she needs a lot of calories. So yeah, Mumbelina, I would give her a vibrator and I would give her $100 gift certificate from Burger King. I would. Wills, what type of gift would I give Wills? I'm gonna tell you what I would give Wills. This is what I would give Wills. I would give him a case of toothpaste. Yes, I would give Wills a case of toothpaste and I would give him floss. Okay. I would give him brand new upscale, not the real cheap, but upscale, electric toothbrushes. And then, the type of toothpaste I would give Will, it wouldn't just be regular toothpaste. I would get him the good stuff, the Colgate that has the super duper whitening formula. And I also would give Will some white strips, some Crest white strips, to help him whiten his teeth out. But yeah, that's what I would do for them. And the reason why I would probably buy those gifts is because they would be unwanted. They wouldn't want that stuff. So that's why I would give it to them. Let me stop and move on. Now, remember when I asked the question, how does one go from being a valet to getting the position of chief executive of a global rural foundation? Well, now it appears that there have been rumors that Prince Charles and Michael Fawcett may be in a relationship. No, I'm not talking about just a friendship. I'm saying a relationship, as in Camilla Barker Bowles might spill the tea one day and say, there have always been three people in my marriage. Yes, that type of relationship. Now, see, like I've stated in other podcasts before, after Princess Diana's death, I stopped paying attention to the royals. I was a kid, I was a teenager, I was living my life like it was golden. So I had no idea that there had been previous Prince Charles rumors that he possibly is gay. Well, apparently in 2003, there was an article written claiming George Anthony Smith, a former footman and valet to Charles, claimed to have seen Charles and Michael having sex one morning when he went to Charles's room to serve him breakfast. Smith also alleged that he was raped by Fawcett. Now that's pretty explosive. Of course, these rumors were shot down and they were denied. Also, the Globe had ran two articles claiming Prince Charles was gay and caught kissing another man. Now, there are pictures of Prince Charles, and he appears to be kissing another man. Keep in mind, the Globe is an American media gossip trash magazine. It is. However, I also heard that in Britain, all of these Prince Charles's gay stories were shut down by the British media. Prince Charles, he is already trying to distance himself from these investigations, which I don't blame him. And for the record, I could care less if Prince Charles is gay. Okay, I don't care if he's gay. If he's gay, I'm happy for him. If he's bisexual, cool. As long as he's happy and living in his truth. Okay? That's a beautiful thing. What I do care about though is is Prince Charles allowing his homie lover friend to call royal staff the N-word? Is Prince Charles allowing his homie lover friend to embezzle money from the Prince's Foundation? Is Prince Charles allowing his homie lover friend to accept money in excess of $1.5 million dollars to pay for honors? I mean, that's a lot of money. That is what I'm concerned about, really. And this Michael Fawcett dude, I mean, he is shady as hell. He has had to step down like 3 times, so this is not his first rodeo. What I want to know is why Prince Charles is allowing this man to get back on the horse. Hmm. It's going to be very interesting to see how these royal rodents cover for Daddy Charles. We all know that they will write stories giving Prince Charles a pass, making it seem like he is the victim and that he didn't know what was going on. They will not hold Prince Charles accountable for anything. Why? Because they are too busy, and their only mission right now is to take down Harry and Meghan. Sexa Squad, we need to keep our foot on their necks. Don't share negative stories about Harry and Meghan. They are nothing but a distraction. All we want to talk about is PDO Andy and corrupt Chuck. Period. Also, there is a reason why Will's and Mumbelina have been kind of quiet lately, except for those little bullshit ass stories that come out every once in a while. Now, the story about them wanting to move to Windsor, that might actually be true because they are positioning themselves for the takeover. Will's briefing against Prince Charles is on point. Man, that boy got skills. Okay, that's enough about that racist, corrupt monarchy. Let's go ahead and get some positivity going on and shine some light on some of the great things that the Archwell Foundation is doing regarding the horrible, tragic events that are happening in Afghanistan and New Orleans right now. Women for Afghan Women posted on Twitter that they were extremely grateful for the generosity of Archwell Foundation in support of their efforts to evacuate, relocate thousands, and I do mean thousands, of Afghan women, children, families, and including their own staff. Now, that is huge. That is huge. Now, I'm not saying getting someone to get somebody else to make some phone calls to help a family get out of Afghanistan isn't much appreciated help. Because if it's true, then that is awesome because there was a family's lives that were saved. However, you have thousands of ordinary folks who have connections making phone calls themselves, assisting to help families get out of Afghanistan. Just saying. World Central Kitchen. Do you see all of the work that World Central Kitchen is doing in New Orleans and the surrounding areas? They are feeding thousands of people in need in those areas. World Central Kitchen teamed up with Cajun Navy Relief looking for families to give fresh produce to. The New Orleans Saints and the New Orleans Pelicans NBA team have posted messages to World Central Kitchen thanking the organization for providing meals, and I do believe those organizations have made donations to their local Salvation Army. One of the best decisions so far, in my opinion, that the Archwell Foundation has made is partnering with World Central Kitchen. I hope and I pray that they build a central kitchen somewhere in the United States on the East Coast. Louisiana, Mississippi, Florida, Texas would be great choices. The USA needs a world central kitchen, Harry and Meghan. Compassion in action. Also, please share Twitter posts about hashtag 40 by 40. Not just Twitter posts, but if you see posts about it on Facebook, Instagram, all of the social media platforms, please repost, share, whatever you call it. I kind of got lost there, went to the left a little bit. But anyway, the YMCA, the YWCA, Global Citizen, other organizations, and some private people are still posting about how they are mentoring women. Please share those posts, squatties. Please share those posts on all of the social media platforms. Okay, we are coming to the end of this podcast. If you haven't already, hit the subscribe button, please. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Okay? Now, I'm going to do what I usually always do, which is end this podcast with a famous Meghan Markle quote. All right, here we go. Take things with a grain of salt and find balance within your life. You know, I'm a Libra, and we Libras are always looking for balance in our lives. You know, the scales of justice, the Libra astrological sign, the scales of justice. We're constantly looking for balance in our lives, and we get pissed off as hell when we see injustice. So, anyway, I'm going to read this famous Meghan Markle quote one more time. Take things with a grain of salt and find balance within your life. Meghan Markle. I am Special K Thoughts, and I will see you soon, and I'm out.